Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about how to breed hognoses and Kenyan sandboas. And in this video I'm going to be accompanied by Zeus. This is my albino paradox het snow Kenyan sandboa, and he is freaking gorgeous. So I'm going to start the video now. Alright, so I want to be talking about getting them up to size. For Kenyan sandboas, I usually start breeding them at 80 grams, which is, this guy is about 88 grams. So he is breeding ready. Alright, so this is probably the best video I'm going to get from this girl, but this is my Anery girl. She's about 250 something grams, so she'll be ready to breed next season. I do recommend they're pretty much about 250 plus grams, so yeah, pretty much that's for Kenyan sandboas. Okay, so for male hognoses, I know people say they can breed as low as like 48 grams and stuff like that, but I don't recommend that. I recommend the males being about 75 plus grams, and the reason I recommend that is because the females, if the males are too small, they can consider them food and they will eat them. It doesn't happen all the time, but there is a risk of that happening, so I would rather just put in a larger male. And this is my Conda het snow male. So yeah, he is ready to breed, and he should be my ready to breed male next year, probably the only one. So we'll see what happens, but gorgeous guy, man, right here. Okay, so this is the girl that bred for me this year. Surprisingly, I didn't pair her, so she took out a surprise clutch, and she was 215 grams when that happened, so it can happen as low as 215 grams, but I recommend them being around 250 plus. Um, And yeah, that's the best results you'll get if they're about 250 plus. The larger they are, the bigger the clutch. So yeah, that's the size I recommend for these guys. Okay, so I'm going to talk about brumation now. The way I do it is pretty much the last week of October, I give them their last meal. Now, starting November, that week, I leave their heat on and everything, and I just wait for them to completely poop out everything they have in their system. Now, once they poop out, I completely spot clean everything and turn off their heat. So from November to December, I have their heat off, and I keep the temperature between 55, 60 degrees. Those blinds that are back there, I usually just keep it dark all the time, and I don't feed them throughout that time, and just give them water about once or twice a week. So that's pretty much what I do. And then I turn slowly the heat back up in January 1st. So on January 1st, I turn on the heat, but I only put it to 75 degrees. If you put it back to the normal hot temperature, it can kill them. So be aware of that. Okay, guys, just be aware of that. Slowly increase their temperature. So put it up to 75-ish degrees, and then eventually after 3 days, then offer them a meal. And if they eat, then increase their temperature again slowly, and throughout the week, increase their temperature back to normal. Now, once their temperature is back to normal, they're going to be really hungry. So after that, then I feed them rats. Why? Because rats are a little bit more fattening. So what I do with the rats is I pretty much dip them in Repticalcium throughout that whole time. And that really does help because it'll help to calcify the eggs, and it gives a better production of eggs and less likely you getting slugs. So just keep that in mind. So with Kenyan sandboas, after brumation, I start feeding them every week, so once a week. And with hognoses, I feed them every 3 days. So yeah, I keep feeding them every 3 days for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, once the female starts ovulating, that's when I start introducing the male. So I introduce the male, and this is really important, guys, for hognoses. Once you introduce the male, for the first couple of hours, keep an eye on it because females can eat the male, and it has happened. So just keep an eye on your hognoses because that can happen. After that, then you can leave your hognoses for, I leave them for 2 nights. So after 2 nights, I take them out, then I feed them again, wait a day, and then reintroduce them. And I do that for 2 weeks to make sure that they lock. If you don't see any locks, then you can introduce another male. And that'll better off your chances, because not every female is interested in every male, and it doesn't mean that every guy is going to be producing, or every female. So you got to make sure that you have multiple males going in with the girl, so you can assure your chances. And once your eggs hatch, then you'll see who the father is. So again, have that in mind. But that's pretty much it. If you're gonna second clutch, which I'm not gonna do, but you can do after the female lays, you pretty much power feed her for about a week and a half, 2 weeks again, and then you reintroduce the male again. And sometimes they retain sperm, and then they'll start ovulating, and then they'll lay another clutch. But with Kenyan sand boas, once they lock, then you wait a few months, they'll grow fat, and then they'll lay their live born babies. So that's one of the reasons I do love these Kenyan sand boas, because they are freaking gorgeous. They are very, very cute. And when they're babies, they're adorable. Same thing as hognoses. But again, once you get your eggs from the hognoses, then I use perlite 1-to-1 ratio, and I have lay boxes, so I use that. I keep my closet temperature at about 80-85 degrees, and they'll hatch there. So make sure you keep them at that temperature so they can actually hatch. They hatch after 50 to 55 days, and that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Follow me at OC_hognoses to check out pictures of all my gorgeous snakes. I'm not posting as much right now, but I will eventually. And again, I'm just waiting for 2 more snakes, and then I'm done with the collection till I hatch my own. So I'm pretty much done. And again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So peace out.